After a long time, after lockdown, everybody is at home. This slogan of stay home, safe home. And we, the fraternity colleagues, are at our homes with our families, children's, everybody. We enjoy an initial period, then everybody wanted to have to be restart, reopen. And there were several webinars on this corona COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Everybody is so scared, and there are a lot of issues pertaining to our practices, rejoining, reopening, and bombarding about a lot of advisories, guidance from the WHO, IDA, DCI, and other many organizations on several subjects pertaining to dentistry and medical sciences. I have received so many questions from my friends, my colleagues, my well-wishers, my students, my followers regarding legals. Everybody spoke about pertaining to reopening of clinics and there the guidances, advisories, but nobody spoke on the legals except there is a medicinal law. Some of the lawyers spoke about. So let me introduce myself in one single slide about my achievement. I did my BDS, MDS from Government Dental College, PhD from Colombo, LLB, LLM from Mumbai University, and PhD from Colombo, and another several diplomas and all. I was attached with Bharati Vidyapeeth as a professor and head in the subject of oral medicine and radiology. Friends, we'll be going to see the legal obligations. I will not take you to the ideal law. See, the subject is, my friend says, assigned me. So legals, the two, I'll rather say the industry. Like we also been labeled as we are service provider. So I also have these two terms, which may not be very legal, but there's one industry is the police, second industry is the legals, lawyers, and court of law. And we, the dentists, soft targets, are more vulnerable for these areas because we should appreciate, accept this is a legal era. Those where we were into, like we were graduated that time, it was in a political, religious era, and then we had those challenges in those era, and we somehow succeeded to reach to this legal era. Friends, we need to have appreciate advisories given by the WHO and the challenges given by the corona, the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. So here, you don't want to go for this, the only small area that is called as a PPE, which is mandatory for every medical professional, paramedical professionals, auxiliary staffs has to have this. So these are the common questions that's been assigned me to, looked into while delivering my presentation to you all. So medical legal aspects in opening our clinics. Of course, there are. Can patients sue? Yes. And that corona consent validity and how we can safeguard ourselves and many more questions pertaining to the law. Before going to all the answering to these questions, I feel personally we should have to look into how much we are aware about the law, how much we are giving the seriousness to the law. See, everybody is worried about the lockdown. Everybody is under so much of stress. Everybody thinking about the legals. Friends, no worries. So look at these pictures, some of the sleeping, some of the fatigue, some of the thinking and all. Don't worry. I am there to you, help you out to get this. So before initiating my presentation, friends, let me have the legal disclaimers for this presentation. The advisory and observation in these documents are based on whatever evidence is available at present. Government India and state government guidelines are being repeatedly updated, and one needs to keep ourselves abreast with the latest developments and to follow the same. I have made an attempt to compile the existing guidelines and protocols with the points relevant to the dental practice based on current available evidences. This document can be freely distributed amongst the dental fraternity for educational and information purposes. See friends, another season is monsoon, where everybody wanted to have enjoy this. The scene is more familiar with everybody, youths, even as elderly also. So a lot of directives, instructions, displays given by the local authority, state government, central governments. In spite of that, there are a lot of incidents that takes place during this enjoyment. People, they succumb for death also, they flow with the water also. And there are several times many bodies have not been found also. Why? Like in dentistry also, in our profession also, in the practices also. Despite every efforts to prevent them, life-threatening emergencies do occur in dental office. Prevention is not always enough. The entire dental office must be prepared, fully assist in the recognition, management of any potential emergency situations, including today's era. Friends, we should know what is the law. We should not be scared from that. Law is nothing but the concepts of ethical behaviors become codified. The parliament or assembly, they becomes a law. And this rule of law implies that every citizen of Indian continent, including those subject, they made the law. Now, what is the dental jurisprudence? We'll give a just brush up. We should be aware about this. Many are, in my observation, they ignore law. They don't bother for the law. They do like window shopping type of their practices. They run behind getting the money. In short, I don't want to give a lot of description about this, but everybody is running behind the getting the money. Even whatever they quote as a, they want to serve the people, serve the society, serve the profession. It is a part. But basic objective is the money. And we should appreciate and accept this. So that is the reason many people have, in spite of not bothering about the so much of seriousness regarding the Corona COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, they have invented their own procedures without codification, without authentication, and they have run the profession, and many have succumbed for what is not supposed to go for that. Many are suffering, and these are the live examples. Without knowing, without taking the proper cognizance of what is happening, we have to believe. So dental jurisprudence is one of the area which is mandatorily each and everyone should know. The system of law applied to a dentist is very simple. The law which is applied to dentistry. Every professional, whether senior, junior, from government college, for private colleges, whatever they have the qualification, when they are rendering their services to the humankind, they should know this law and their application in the dentistry. The dentist and the practice of dentistry are controlled by laws on the federal, state and local level. And these are the laws everyone should know, like medical termination of pregnancy. Many dentists question me, what is our lookout? But whenever we get those cases, pregnancy cases, and there are a lot of issues, there are several setup cases are there, landmark cases are there, and where the dentist has been penalized, punished, prosecuted. So every area we should be very, very careful. So even organ transplants, clinical establishment, Shop Establishment Act, labor laws, medical establishment, biomedical waste is very, very burning area where we have to be very, very careful about this. Consumer Protection Act is continuously hanging on our head. Indian Penal Code, Criminal Procedure Code, Drugs and Cosmetic Acts, again, it is a more forcing to any practitioner who prescribe the medications. And there are a lot of people are having multi faceted practices where they go for cosmetics and all and all. So they should be careful about this. And they must know. There are certain injuries. Unknowingly, while operating, we don't bother. We, whatever dental science knowledge we have, our expertise, we do execute our knowledge to the given procedures. But we unknowingly, we are not aware about these are the certain important laws are there. Indian Penal Code sections are there. They can be executed for prosecution against the doctors if they are not taken care of. Like 319, whatever harms caused to, in the broader definition is a body, mind, reputation, where whenever we do any procedures, the patient can be traumatized and we can be complained against the doctor for his hurt to the mentally, his reputation. If like develop swelling and all, he can't go to this high profile personalities and professionals. They can persecute you under these sections. And the court of law also. So there are many cases are there. The patient like serious is 325 Indian Penal Code, where the grievous head, while doing extraction, fracture of maxilla, mandible and all, they can be have this unknowingly we are liable for the prosecution. Now we have to believe before going for opening up our setups, reopening. Don't rush behind, because these guidelines has been given by the central government and it is mandatory to every state and every corporation has to force to execute properly and legally. So like these 4 zones, the containment zone, red zone, orange zone, green zone, all the zones, especially categorically, we have restricted the professional to run the business, run the clinics and cater the services. Containment zone is very, very risky, more vulnerable for your getting the contamination from the COVID. We have to be very, very careful. Not any given time. You should not go to the clinics. You should not open the chamber. You should not expose yourself to getting attracted those unwanted conditions. Red zone, emergency dental procedure. They are also given guidelines which are the emergency dental procedures to be performed. We need to have the PPE. It's mandatorily, it's a directive is given by the Supreme Court, WHO, Dental Council of India. Every individual which will be coming closer to the patient need to have the personal protection equipments. Everybody is well versed with this because of this webinars, news, and those. So one should know how to take those PPE equipments for how to use, how to wear, how to remove. Many have not followed properly. They get contacted with this COVID and they are suffered. So dental emergencies which are has to be taken consideration. So everybody knows, I will not go much, but these are the, beyond that you should not use your expertise and expose yourself for the legals. And these are the under urgent dental cares. This is how they segregated emergencies and urgent dental cares. So everybody is well known. Only thing is, whenever you are going for these kind of services to the even your cases, you should have the PPE is mandatory. Irrespective the drawbacks, limitations, and harms of those PPEs. Otherwise, the best saying is this: you are not lost anything in couple of days, or you can say couple of months, but not going to get money by rendering your services. You are not lost anything. You are not lose anything. You got life is a profit. So in our saying in Indian continent in Maharashtra, like Sar Salamat Pagdi Pachas, believe in this. Don't rush. You're not going to lose anything. If you don't open your chamber, you don't restart in this worst contagious condition in our locality. So legally, we are liables where we are fault. Many dentists, they ignore. Conveniently, they ignore. My observation, so much of webinars and so many lectures, news channels, exploited so many things. Still, there are a number of our professional colleagues are least bothered, that ignorant about the seriousness of this COVID, and they start their chambers. Even they are habitual for certain ways of managing the cases. Still, last 12 years I am into presenting myself how doctors at faults. Look at this picture. With those era, this slide was, first I have started my lecturing in 2013. So that time this slide was taken of one of my lawyer friends. So patient says, dear doctors, you can do whatever you want to, whatever your diagnosis, whatever your treatment protocols. But remember one, underline that, if you do a small mistake, I need money. So this is a message. One should not be ignorant and negligent about the taking care of this. So all these pictures I have shown where the people are making the mistakes and they are legally at fault. So every slide I have put up this PPE kit is nothing but it is a compulsory. Earlier it was there only in the operation theatre people used to do. Here in our operator only we used to have 2-layer ply, a 3-layer ply, all sophisticated cleaning, some of the like different kinds of masks and gloves and all. But routinely I have seen almost more than 14,000 dental surgeons in Mumbai continent cannot have, as per the advisory and guidance by the WHO and DCI, to run the clinics because the area and the equipments occupied in those clinics are very, very small. Even the 5 years before, government has announced that under Clinic Establishment Act, we should have the 675 square feet minimum area for the clinics to run their profession. And they are categorically negotiated areas for the waiting area and the recovery area and the operatory area and sterilization area and the washroom and all. Those days we have surveyed and we found very difficult. So somehow everybody from the Indian continent and the medical fraternity has approached governments and all, and they somehow they are reduced to 275 square feet. Still, those areas are not available to common dentists to run the business, run the practice, run the profession. And this is the facts. And in those challenges also people used to run their profession and serve the humankind. Now this COVID-19 again has compelled every clinician, you should have minimum 650 square feet area, because PP kit for donning and doffing need minimum 100 square feet area, which is exclusive for this. In spite of so much of care is taken by the medical fraternity in the COVID hospitals and the other respective hospitals, still they suffer. This is very serious issue. Now here legals are there. Now whom those doctors have died very recently, very famous and popular, one of them I known ENT surgeon has died. Now they wanted to have to sue the government medical director, with the force and the order, all the doctors should join hospitals and serve them. And this doctor has done one surgery and land up in this Mahamari, and he succumbed for his life. So my dear friends, these legals, we cannot fight against the government, but patient can fight us. They can sue us because we are not prepared to follow those guidelines. Many I've seen in WhatsApps and several groups are those, they invented certain procedures, certain clinical rearrangement by their own way. But they are not understood legals behind. They are rushing for unnecessary exposing themselves, the patient and the society, by and large legally. Because whatever they have made, those armamentarium is not sufficient to protect from this COVID-19 pandemic. So don't rush for getting into clinics, reopening and restarting and all. Wait some time. Let this infectious phase reduce. Let the government come out with some medications, vaccinations, and life-preserving protocols. Now, this era has gone now. So people can have without mask, without gloves, without head cap, without all those discounts. The doctors are fault. So here, this is a basic slide where you will be like how Apple can keep doctor away. These are the few points will keep litigation away from us. Very simple, the doctor's duties: to listen, examine, attend, care, explain, understand, give proper medication, equipments. Every on-off, there is some advancement. We have to upgrade our profession. We have to upgrade our clinics and keep the thorough knowledge of those equipments. You should have the vision, foresee complications, in when and how to refer. Don't execute it or expertise by attending webinars, seminars, and some courses is not sufficient, and which is not given the standardization for managing the cases. Simple, you have to see there's a patient rights bill is there, and under so many sections, we have to preserve the patient's rights. Then only you will not invite litigations. So patient rights has to be preserved properly. Patient has to be considered as a family member. Very, very most important document, that is a consent, because we are directly in a contract with the patient. Because Consumer Forum has already declared doctors are a consumer product. In between, there is a new bill has come, but that is yet not properly executed because doctors have been removed from the consumer. But there is again dilemma is there. But still, we have to believe, follow what is existed, and we should not invite any litigation because of ignorance. So simple is consent. Means what? Just to ask and properly explain them. Now there is a corona consents. Many scholars in our fraternity, seniors and all, they develop declaration. Of course, there's good practice because you have to take utmost care for those are coming to us to have their problems to be resolved in all the ways, right from pain management for your latest aesthetication. So you have to aestheticate in a different way, but you should need the consent. And the consent is nothing but a section 13 in Indian Contract Act 1872. So we have to have, there is an implied express income. Everybody is well versed with consent, and corona consent also is along with this. Of course, there are so many people said, even medicinal law, one of the senior lawyer from Supreme Court says, this is nothing but a piece of paper, but consent is mandatory. So consent, you can have your own way. The basics in the consents are the points. The person who is going to attend, he should be properly explained in his own language or his language who understood properly. And pertaining to that, you have to explain everything, the procedures, available alternatives, their advantages, disadvantages, cost, and when it is needed. You should not have force, immediately go for this, because this is wrongly, doctors have defamed in the society. The moment you go, patient will say, doctor is asking only implant. Doctor has said laminates. So we have to be very, very careful. You have to explain everything. And then your expertise can be explained more. Like people are comparing with the like doctors, like a insurance agent. So these are the degradation because of our own colleagues. They run behind for getting, though clinics are not that advanced, still they are thinking and talking about the advances in procedures because they want to generate more money. This misconception in the society is viral very badly. And we are equally responsible for that. So that is, my dear friends, we need to have the consent along with the declaration as per the guidance given by the government, WHO, regarding your transport history and contact history with this and that, and all those points to be covered, to taken the consent along with the witness. Now earlier we used to have along with the one patient, entire family used to come into waiting hall or in the operatory. Now the rules have changed. One patient, minimum 6 feet distance, no relatives, nobody will be there. So that is the reason consent and declaration has to be taken outside the clinic area or whichever area we have sufficiently counsel the case, explain the patient, and signature. Otherwise, if nobody is there along with the patient, your doctor's auxiliary staff can be a witness for the consent. That is a valid document. This is one of the area where how the doctors can be liable for these litigations, because generally the observations are there, not everyone, but the most of the young doctors, they immediately jump for the procedures. And friends, so how we are liable for the prosecution? If your diagnosis not at proper time, treatment not proper time, and a referral, these are the very, very important points where the doctors sometimes ignorant about that, and they put their all energies for managing the cases after complications also in their own setups. So we are nothing but vulnerable for the legals. If you refer the case and something goes wrong, then you are not negligent. So you are not liable for prosecution, because onus of burden lies on the patient to prove the doctor is wrong. This is my field, so I want to just make you everyone aware that till there is no law is coming into, only maxillofacial radiologists will run the radiology department, radiology section, radiology equipment, till everyone can enjoy taking the radiographs. Now I have a lot of heard about the other webinars. You should preferably to avoid the taking intraoral periapical X-rays or RBCs. and in spite of that, refer the cases to the extraoral radiology just to get rid of contamination or attracting the COVID. Why you have the phobia? Why you are feared? If you're taking proper care and otherwise following the advisory, no need to worry about this. Legally, if small periapical X-ray, intraoral periapical X-ray can serve the purpose of diagnostic part of that particular tooth management. How can asking patient to go for OPGs and CBCTs and CT scans and all? No, you are wrong. You cannot refer the cases for your sake of safety interest. People, they interpret that your business interest. People are more aware for small reason, and everybody thinks that is a cut practice, the commission practice, and that is the reason we are referring. It's very difficult to convince the patient because of COVID. They will be again scared if you are not taking the radiograph, but you are doing the intraoral management. What is the difference? Only just keeping the one small film intraorally and shooting the radiograph, you are getting exposed, but not managing the intraorally for so many treatment protocols. How you can justify? So, my dear friends, if you are having a restart clinic, a reopen clinic, doing treatments, you have intraoral X-ray machines, you have RVG with you, use it carefully, safely. You will not attract legals. And one area is very, very mandatorily where you can be prosecuted if you are not aware about this, the mode of corona transmission. Many experts and scholars spoke about there is no coronavirus or less load of viruses in the saliva is a myth. Legally, legals, they don't believe this. Any droplets, whether it's nasal droplets or salivary droplets, has got some load of viruses and can cause COVID. So be careful. This knowledge is must, and accordingly, you have to manage the cases. Now, the very simple summary: how we can liable for prosecution, how we can be legally, medico-legally, are vulnerable if you do your duty as a dental surgeon, as a clinician, as an expertise properly. There should not be breach between your procedure knowledge and the need of patient. If at all something is in good faith goes wrong, still there is a legal protection is there, because complications, distance complications, unfortunate complications is accepted, provided you should have the proper defense for that. When every medical and legal fraternity professionals are aware, the medical science is very, very uncertain. Any mishap can happen instead of taking care. And now, present scenario, COVID-19 pandemic outbreak scenario, the good doctors, very intelligent doctors, very experienced doctors, taken undue care, followed all the guidelines, PPE kit, and all other medicaments, chemicals, sterilization, every area they have taken due care, still they suffer. And they succumb for, because of they serve for humankind. And that is the reason law is very, very well versed about a small mistakes are not treated as a negligence or ignorance or prosecution of a doctor. So my dear friends, no worry. Be happy, forget law, forget litigation, do your job. Another my request to you all. My friends, I have attended 1-2 webinars where they say electronically operated high power suction, intraoral, extraoral suctions, big windows, open the windows, take the drains, all the, my dear friends, one area you should not ignore because you are indirectly making the entire community vulnerable for COVID contamination effects. How? Whatever extraoral and all, you are throwing outside through your exhaust, keeping the windows open. How many clinics are independently put up in a garden place and very open place where the surroundings are not there? Many clinics are in the commercial centers, most of the residential centers. Be careful. Your exhaust, your extraoral suctions, your spit cotton in the corridor, in the premises, can cause infection to the society people. And we are equally liable for the prosecution of spreading the COVID, corona. So when you are restarting your clinics, see that after extraction, patients should not throw their cottons in the corridor or any other open premises where if chances are there and people can sue us. So your exhaust, your drain, they should not contaminate community by and large. So be careful. Don't run behind restarting the clinics without proper knowledge, without properly equipped. These are the challenges. See, huge population we have in the Indian continent. You don't have to worry. Your business, you have to see your health, see your safety, and along with you, family and your society safety. Forget this Robin Hood corona. How long you will be there? You want to enjoy your dentistry? You love your dentistry? You're passionate about dentistry? Wait. Only at an emergencies. Considering the humankind, considering your oath is being given, taken, but legally it is there to serve to help our society, to relieve the pain, accidental cases and all. Judiciary is with us. Look at that. Justice is given to the doctors, not to worry about these Robin Hoods in the society. We're challenging for the dental fraternity, all the doctors, so they can sue. There are cases have started against the doctor because they developed, because it's a blaming attitude of the human society. There are the strangers are there in the Romeos are there who want to damage the doctor fraternity for no reason, for just to extract the money. So my dear friends, don't worry. We have large population to serve, cater and enjoy. This is slogan. Since my presentations in 10 years and so many others also, and my own experience, 35 years clinical practice, happy patient don't sue their doctors. Keep it in mind. Everybody has got number of families fixed with them. They are happy, so they will not sue. Another, this is one of my slide is more appreciated globally too. Success is based on greed. Remember, represent. Again, repeat your reading. Success is with you. So, like along with your dental sciences, you should have the knowledge of your defenses, legal defenses, and of course, I'm there. Our other colleagues, those possessing the legal knowledge and expertise to help our fraternity. Dear friends, thank you very much. What are the best way? I have safeguarded, I have given a little insight about the how legals can impose on us, provided if your expertise given properly, considering the dental jurisprudence. My dear friends, this presentation has come to you, my son, Master Shauryaran Pise, who is technically given with all this making. Thank you very much. Anything is there pertaining to legals and our dental profession, you have any questions, please do feel to contact me either by telephonic, WhatsApp or email. Thank you very much. Be safe. Stay at home till this COVID-19 pandemic outbreak come down. See you. Bye.